Denise, if you haven't gotten outside, gotten the workout, the errands, the yard work done so far this week, and it is a work week after all, you missed the nicest weather. Temperatures are really going to soar here, already starting that warming trend today. Another day with tons of sunshine. Hard to find a single cloud looking out from the First Alert Weather Observatory. And again, this is not just Maryland basking in the sun across the entire mid-Atlantic, the Northeast. Not much going on. You see the yellows and the oranges, warm weather, not a single raindrop, and barely any clouds across the region. That is why, again, we managed to get so warm today, at least, compared to where we've been. But the warm up is just beginning. Current temperatures right now ranging from the lower 80s in Baltimore, Columbia on the south and west sides of town in the lower 80s, 82. Talked about Westminster, the warm spot today, 84 degrees. Perry Hall right at 80. Cockeysville outside 695, the Baltimore Beltway. Little cooler in the upper 70s, but you all too on the north side warmer than the same time yesterday. And as we go forward in time, again, this evening is going to be comfortable, but you'll notice a little warmer than yesterday. It takes a little bit longer for temperatures to really drop off. I think we're going to hang out in the lower 70s through about 9, 10 o'clock this evening, and then back into the 60s, at least in the city, by maybe 11 to midnight or so. And we'll briefly dip into the 50s early tomorrow morning. And Baltimore City at 58, cooler Salisbury away from the water at 50. Ocean City also cooler at 51. Widespread mid-50s on the west side. Westminster down to Clarksville and Howard County, probably the coolest spots in the morning. Mid-50s, technically a little notch up from where you were this morning. And Baltimore City on your corner in Towson, so basically the metro and the city here, 58 degrees out the door. Parkville 59, Mount Washington a little closer in, warmer with all that city pavement there, 61 degrees. Catonsville 58 out the door in the morning, but not for long. Sunshine has us in the upper 60s by 8 o'clock in the morning, lower 70s as we get to 9 a.m. and the warm up continues, a much faster climb and our temperature compared to today, mid to upper 80s about this time tomorrow. Even 7 o'clock if you have dinner plans, temperature still in the mid 80s, though the saving grace with tomorrow, still low humidity, and we have just a little bit of a breeze switching that wind direction out of the south, but still mixing around the warmth there. 5 to 10, not breezy, but enough of a breeze. And you can see western Maryland could briefly get into the 90s tomorrow. Westminster down at College Park, our hot spot right at the 90 mark. 88 close to it in Baltimore City, closer to the bay, cooler Delaware State line on the eastern shore, though upper 80s to near 90. And I think the place to be if you don't like the heat the next few days will be right along the bayfront here. You can see this community by community. Tillman Island 81, Romancoke in the lower 80s, right on the water. Even Stevensville lower 80s, but you get to the Delaware State line, Goldsboro, Denton, Caroline County, basically 90 degrees. So get to the water if you can. A great weekend to do so. Friday 92, 94 Saturday. Sunday, a few showers and storms to plan around, but not a washout. Just a few lingering showers. Monday as the O's come back into town. And Denise, much cooler, near average, heading into next week.
All right, thank you, Cutter.